Hello everyone around the world, I'm the Zero94, joined by Owen Y for Straight Line Racing's live coverage of the British Grand Prix, round 6 of 15. We're at Silverstone, the legendary track, at little elevation change. Total of 6 drivers battling for the top step. It's a rather short field here today, only 13 have joined. Hopefully we'll be getting more into during qualifying, so crossing fingers on that. Owen, thanks for joining me again. Thanks for joining me again in the booth as always. What can we expect here at Silverstone? What are some key drivers to look out for? Like I said, we have 6 drivers battling out for the Drivers' Championship.
Well, first of all, hello everybody. And as you said, you've got 6 drivers in contention for the title. One man I'd be looking at, absolutely, is San Justo. He crashed out of the last race, only a few laps to go. He bottled the win. I imagine he'll be wanting to come back with a vengeance. He's only leading by 2 points at the top, so, well, basically everybody at the top. 8 points separate 6, so basically everyone up there needs the win to them. So, expect to get quite hectic as the race pans out.
Yeah, you're right. The interesting thing about Silverstone is that the first corner isn't really a sharp turn. It's more of a elongated right corner that kind of carries you speed. So it's going to be very interesting to see the drivers find grip with the tires that they qualified on, especially in the top 10. So it's going to be really interesting to see drivers jump up and jock for position in the early going through the race. But right now we have 8 minutes and 30 seconds left in qualifying. And we're starting to see the drivers starting on their flying laps.
Yeah, I've seen the first time come through there. Ship of Finney, 28.2. It's a decent lap. I think I'll be beaten though. San Justo has put in a much better time, 27.6, but expect times probably the tumble setting this free, I imagine. Bodgold, one to watch for this lap. He's about to come to the end of it now. And as he'll be right up there with his teammate, we know he's a master at getting quality laps done. But this time he's not on it. He's not on it. Second off his teammate. Only in 5th place at the minute. Only man holding him is Dino, and now he's got down to 6th. So not the best first lap, and even worse for him. I'm pretty sure it started to rain. That's rain. So it's just gone from bad to worse there. Bodgold hasn't got the lap in, and it's now raining. So, not good for him at all. That could already mean San Justo has got pole position here. 7 minutes to go in the session, and it could already be over. No, I think he said he'd be in the chat, so I'll have a little look, see how that's going. Hopefully, I'll get to talk to him a bit later. Anyway, I see if anyone's on lap 2 now, still on the track, and coming towards the end of his lap now, as the rain gets a little bit heavier. The track gets greasier all the time, and Thomas only goes 7th place. He's got a strongest start, really. Most of these drivers, none of them really been able to get back close to San Justo. And, we've already been called out for being nuked for a while, but we're out here, as you can hear, so yeah. He said there might be default setup glitches, so obviously we can't see the setups from here, but yeah. I'm sure all the guys will be able to deal with it. It could be the reason for some of these drivers not having the best laps out there. And technically I have to come out straight away again, and Randy Thompson and Evos, they're all in big trouble right now because this rain is getting heavy. Evos is probably in the best tire for these kinds of conditions if he wants a competitive lap. The soft tires has better working rates in these conditions than the supers any day of the week, and it could give him a slight edge, but if he gets into the top 10, I'll be surprised. Only man on the softs, and we don't know what the race strategy is going to be either, because obviously we haven't seen any weather reports. So yeah, maybe this is an inspired strategy if you can get a good lap in here, Overs. Zebra back, I believe.
Yeah, sorry about that. I was actually literally just about to ask you if the rain was going to be in effect, and you know, yeah, here it comes, and It's going to be interesting if Evo is going to be able to set a lap, but I mean, pretty much qualifying is done and over with. If anything, it's about like a 4-minute practice with inters because no one's going to be able to set faster times.
Yeah.
What was a fast time right now? A 127 right now. So I'm really
7.6,
yeah. I'm looking Evo and he's kind of sliding all over the place, going through turns. I believe that was 3 going into 4, and yeah, it's if anything, it's going to be a practice if it does rain. And like you said, Nene reporting that there might be a default setup glitch. Hopefully there isn't.
So
But
his dad's a count. So he's not Ian then. Anyway, yeah, I've just noticed that. His 6 years and walking weeks, they've done the exact same lap time. You don't see that very often, do you? That's quite cool to see.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, it'd be kind of cool to see the race go through if it was on default setup glitch, because that would actually make the racing really tight. And actually,
everyone's a local grind if it does that.
Yeah, it really come down to driver skill rather than setup knowledge. But
oh, Evos, he's gone off. He's definitely not going to set a competitive lap time. No, that rain's too heavy. Pole position already at a reach. Second, third, fourth place. All gone. Nowhere near the top 10. He's 3.8 seconds off.
Yeah, 1.5 seconds down from Dino, and he just quickly retired. And you know, that's Silverstone for you. Very unpredictable weather. It's either going to be sunny or it's just going to be pouring down rain. So with 3,
he's taking a trip into the gravel, I think, and he's still struggling.
Yeah, just right on board with them. Just watched them go through the last part of Maggots and Beckett, I believe the series of turns called the S's. You just see him just really just being gentle with the throttle, and he's just going to go in the pits. He's not even going to bother to set a time.
I wonder if Bubbles had a crash, or is he just giving up?
He may have just given up. Yeah.
I think he was in the gravel that time. I think when I was on board, just when you got on, there was loads of gravel on his tires till you could see they were, you know, cream coloured, his tires. So yeah, I wonder anticlimactic end here. Really, isn't it, qualifying? Normally we expect all of the best laps to come through at this point, but I think we can probably confirm the top 10. But let's just be safe, let's wait for Frandy. You never know what he can pull out. But,
yeah,
only good news is 13 drivers. It doesn't mean, you know, he isn't starting at that low down, so not the end of the world.
I just want to give a quick shout out to Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all you wonderful mothers out there. Keep doing what you're doing, and we all love you.
Yes.
Had to get that in there real quick. So, I mean, looking at Frandy and the Ferrari, he's just everywhere. I mean, I guess this is, you know, I guess I'd be doing the same thing, just kind of getting a feel to see how super softs and just slick tires act in general, and slight damp conditions. So, I mean, I don't really blame him for going out. I mean, he's not going to, you know, he's going to be 4 seconds off Evo as he crashes into the wall there. But, I mean, you know, practice is practice, so you can't really knock him for that. But now people are retiring. We have 3 drivers left in the pits. And
well, we could end early here, couldn't we, if we all retire?
I believe so.
Go to a race if everyone retires. It's a smart thing.
Yes, Nene, today is Mother's Day. Call your mom. Tell them that you love her.
We now only have 2 people left. We can just confirm top 10 now. San Justo is on pole with a 127.6. Only... But, very good lap from, but not as fast as we've seen from others, I imagine. Since it was already damp when he crossed the line, you see it. It started raining before, so that could be why Ford was so far down. He's in 7th. Anyway, 6 Seals second. Exact same time as Morgan Weeks. He said at first 6 Seals. That means he keeps 2nd place. Jack is 4th. He's on a good run at the minute. He's continuing out there with 4th in the grid. He's definitely doing a very good, nice job. 6th. Ford Bull, like I said, maybe even a default setup shows some cracks in his actual skill. Not gonna knock him for it, but that could be a theory. But then again, possibly due to the rain. Thomas 8th, Black November 9th, Dino 10th, Evos, Frandy, Technica. They never actually got proper laps in, and Technica didn't get a lap in at all. So yeah, not exactly how they wanted their sessions to go, but anyway, you can forget all that now. It's time for the race, and you never know what weather's going to be like around Silverstone. It could be pretty mental.
I'd like to apologize for all of my foreign viewers out there over in Europe. It's only Mother's Day here in the North American countries, so I apologize.
Yeah, I wasn't going to say anything. I was going to let you have your own witnesses.
No, you could have you could have corrected me. I don't know your guys' holidays, and just yeah, exactly. I don't expect you to know mine either. So the feeling is mutual. But yeah, I apologize for being ignorant, I guess is the right word. But as the driver set up, you mentioned that Sanjutsu didn't have the fastest lap. It could also be due to the default setup glitch if that is still in effect, if it carries over, which if Parc Ferme is on, then it is. So it's going to be very interesting. And a couple of big drivers missing, such as the current leader of the points, which is Silver Star, but and then that formation lap. I commentate for another league, and they don't do formation laps. So I'm like, does this league do formation laps? I can't remember, but yes. So we are on a formation lap. So we're actually going to go through the point standings real quick. And
you say, hold on, you said Silver Star was top, yeah?
Yeah, Silver Star is.
Hold on, the standings I've got says he's 4th.
What?
I'm super confused. The standings I have.
Oh, okay, no, I see it. I see it. Yeah, right. My bad.
Okay.
So my apologies.
My one, San Justo is top with 70 points, a man on pole. Like I said, looking to redeem himself after embarrassingly binning it. There's only a couple of hours to go in Belgium. Obviously, I don't think you saw that unless you watched back the stream. But drama, it was proper drama. Football, he went from 3rd to 1st in a matter of seconds. It was crazy. Speaking of football, that win did put him up to 2nd, 2 points behind. Thomas and February 3. Silverstone only 1 point behind Thomas, and he's equal on points with the other Ferrari of Frandy. So Frandy being this low down, it's already quite the disadvantage. And Technica, the other sort of front runner, again 13th with only 62 points. So he needs quite a race to get up there, and quite a massive gap to Evos. He's on 39 points, and then he's also equal with Alpine. And then let's go down Chipper, Nene, Jack. Right, damn, I've never seen him in this before. He raced before I came. This one I just don't know anyone's names.
Yeah, so unfortunately, Silver Star, he's going to drop down to 6th place. That is if Frandy and Technica finishes, which we always hope that they do. But with Silver Star missing, it's going to be, I think it's going to make the title run a little bit lighter on the leaders. But we will see when the race is over. 26 laps here in today's British Grand Prix. It's going to be an absolute banger, and I can't wait. And it's cloudy, rain could come into play. We have a setup glitch which really evens the field. So how skilled are these drivers, as we are about to find out as we're about to go green flag racing. Here we go. The 5 red lights are on. Engines rev up, and it's a little bit of a late start, but we are underway. Sanjutsu getting a great start with 6 Seals right behind him following. We have 13 drivers all fighting for position. We got some cars kind of spreading out towards the background. Oh, we got a couple cars out. It's a Williams and a McLaren. That's going to be, I believe, Dino and Black November. And those cars, they are going off. Like I said, it's going to be interesting when the tire wear comes. And
change to the lead.
6 Seals
taking the lead.
side by side going into This
he'll lose it.
left-hander, will they be able to hold it? Six Seals gives him plenty of room. Beautiful action.
Santos just gone wide.
Yep, Six Seals going to slide in there. A little bit of lag there. And Six Seals, an amazing start as we've seen more cars going to battle for position there.
Sorry for interrupting you there when I saw that.
No, you're fine. So we have...
that was Brandy, Dino, Akil, who's still going off. Black November might have been involved a bit there in the accident, but yeah, a lot of drivers out of contention already, I think, for the safety car.
Yeah, the safety car glitch is still alive and well, very much so. And poor Dino and Brandy, they're way back there. And I think Akil got involved as well because he's back there as well. So unfortunate for those three, but the top 11. Oh, Bevo kind of diving inside there, trying to gain the positions through the last bit of track there. We're gonna.
Brandy's going to pit and Dino's going to stay out, so he'll jump down too. But look at San Justo. He is sticking with Six Seals. He knows he needs all the points for this one, obviously. With 4 being down to 6, he's given quite a big advantage. I'm surprised 4 hasn't really made more ground. What can San Justo do? Is he closing on the straight here? No, not at the moment. Unless 6 is again sort of escaping the apex. He's going to keep the lead for now. Further back, Ford is right on the back to the Finney, who's just behind his teammate as well. I mean, they're staying very close to each other. No one's outside of the 1 second gap for the drivers who also fight the melee. They're all right on each other's backs. It's, yeah, looking to be a very interesting battle. All 11 of them theoretically could lead this race if all goes to plan. Because you pass one, you're in the DRS and an accident, you get past them, DRS and an accident, so on and so forth, until you get your way up to the front of the field. And it also means that undercuts are absolutely vital, really. You know how to do them properly, because you can jump many, many, many cars. Jack's under a bit of pressure there, actually.
Absolutely amazing start, very clean with the exception of the final 3 6 Seal setting a fast time across the line. You saw Sanjutsu kind of look on the inside going into turn 1, and he's taking a more erratic line trying to use all in the momentum, but because of that erratic line, Jack has made an amazing move. No, you're fine. Jack took the tighter line and actually really closed in the gap. Lap 3, DRS is enabled. There you see Sanjutsu trying to defend the inside line, but here comes Mocking. He's going to try to make a move as well. He's looking, and you know, like you said, if you pass one, then you have the DRS in the other, and I think this tight racing all comes down to having the same setup. If that still is in effect for this race, which I'm sure for the drivers, they're kind of adapting to their on-the-spot new setup. So it's going to be interesting as Mocking runs wide. He had a great run, and he's still behind him as they go through Maggots and Beckett's. And oh man, this is tight racing.
What I'm putting out is that actually Sanjusta went even further off wide as well through Cops. So people said it once again, we're going to keep going back to it. That could be what's causing this. But you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of the IndyCar yesterday night. Well, for me, it was just like 40 in the afternoon for you, or an Indy. But this is sort of like that because everyone's on the same car.
Oh, Technica, great! Sorry to interrupt you, but Technica made a great overtake going into, was it Vale and Club, the last 3 corners, 16 and 17. Just drove it on the outside and got the car to connect and gets past Tomas.
Lost the back end.
Yeah, and he's going to drop like, in this race, if you make one mistake, you're dropping a good 4 or 5 positions. Now he has to make that up with Technica right.
Nice, Sanjusta for the lead. Sorry, he's down the inside. I think he's got that one done, unless Sid can do the same trick as he did earlier. I think, you know what, he can actually. And
yeah,
like
I think Sig is going to hold on to it. Oh!
Side by side! Jack can really take advantage here if they stay side by side. And I think Sanjusto is going to try and take it around the outside of Cops. Not very easy to do, but 6 Seals has gone right. So is Jack. And somehow they've all stayed in the same position. But anyway, as I was saying, with the IndyCar, they were all in 6/10 of each other in the quali laps, and it meant that they were all so close to each other. It actually made that a bore fest, but this absolutely is not a bore fest. I mean, look at
Here
this
comes
side
Pod.
by side.
Side by side with Chupa going into Stowe.
Nice move, San Justo's taking the lead and finally through Stowe. But look at this, we've got Sig trying to go back past him again. And Jack, once again, right there, almost contact. In fact, it was contact between the 2 leaders. Ford's up the 4th, technically up the 7th. And San Justo take back his lead.
No, Chupa runs wide, and he gets right back in line. But yeah, like you said, Jack, what about Jack? He's right there. You see him trying to find something.
Yeah,
Does he have to go on the inside? Go! They connect! Six Seals loses a bit of a wing, and here comes Fod going, trying to go all around the outside. No, he's just trying to gain control of his car, but no deal with him. Feeling very ambitious, diving into turn 3, and just couldn't get it done.
Chipper. Oh, 6 Seals puts Ford very wide, and as I said, Chipper's going to be right in this, 3 abreast. That's never going to work, is it, through Brookland? But you know what, I think it has, and Chipper Feeney has got the inside line for cops, the best line to have. Can he take this and behind?
Look at that, 5 cars all together going through court. Technica, he's going to lose control of his car.
Many cars going on,
but he saves it.
Many cars going up. What a move from Evos. And now if you look again, you got Technica trying to come back at Mocking Weeks. Everybody is
we have a car! That's gonna be Chupa, he's out of the race! Crashing hard into the wall! Coming out of Chapel!
And they're still side by side, almost another crash with the other Renault. They were all closing on the flap of Evos so quickly, they almost all ran into the back of him there. I wonder if there was a mistake from him. Can Thomas get 5 Sig Seals? Dan Juicer's checked out in front, and Jack is in 2nd place still, Ford 3rd. And can we just calm down for a minute, please? This has gone mental.
No, we can't. It's only 6 laps in. We still have another 21 laps to go, and these guys are still close. They're still battling for position like it's the last lap. And with the tight race,
again, Thomas and Sig. Thomas hits Sig, and he's going to hit him again there.
Look at that. 7 cars all battling for position as Tuomas looking on the inside. He's going to have DRS as they go into Brooklands. Oh! Wow, there's Technica. He's going to get around Valpy.
Wow. How did he do that? And Thomas again on 6 Seals. He's actually backed off. He doesn't want to go for that. That puts Technica on the back of him.
And Mocking Weeks drops some position. Yeah, Mocking Weeks drops some positions as well. And Black November is looking to strike, but unbelievable. I mean, I don't blame them. They're running default setup, which is 6-6 wings. So
yep.
Not exactly.
I had to break this up, but Nene says actually they're going off after Cops and Stowe to actually gain an advantage. So you think it's I thought they were in 6. Apparently it's quicker. That means they'd have to lift. And Thomas, he wants another bite of the cherry. He's not gonna get by. He's hit him. 6 Seals, and they're all concertinaing. 4 cars can go for this. 6 in the pits.
Oh, we have McLaren going way off into the grass. I believe that is. Oh wait, no, my bad. I looked up. They're going in the pits. My apologies. I was like, what's going on?
I thought he missed it. I'm like, what's going on there? And Technica up to 5th place then. Thomas 4th, and Sig probably taking the smarter option, just getting away from all that fighting, because that was mental.
I saw a piece of front wing come off. I believe that was Technica. Evo trying to go around the Red Bull driver, and he's going to have a great run going down the straight into turn 6. And
you know what? He wants Thomas. Technica. He's going to try and go for that. He's not quite close to Mocking Weeks and Black November as well. This is a 5-car fight. Up ahead, though, Bob is still in DRS at Jack, so I wouldn't forget about him. If I look at these two on the exit of Brookland, and there's a yellow flag. I think Mocking Weeks has went up the other Renault. And luckily he's got 23 seconds behind him, so he's got plenty.
Side by side, Technica gets the move done on Tuomas. Unbelievable. He's been on a tear lately. He also starts on the soft tires as well, along with Evo, who has made an amazing drive from the back up to well, I wouldn't say the front, but you know, outside the top 5, and what?
Well, Evo's has made 5, and Tenek has been 9, and Ford's in the pits. He's trying to undercut. He wants to take the advantage here. Pio's going to pit. Thomas is going to pit. And Vlad November dive bomb. Couldn't quite make it work there on Evo's. He backed out of it at the very last second. And as the pit stop strategies start to...
Sanjutsu with a 3-second time penalty.
Oh. Now that's quite crucial at the start of the pit stop strategies. Could affect the end of the race, obviously. So many people having penalties.
Yeah, and speaking of pit stop strategies real quick, Technica and Eva starting on the softs, they have an incredible pace now that they're going to be in open air. You know, could their strategy pay off and beat Jack and Sanjutsu? So that's going to be another thing that we need to look out for towards the end of the race.
Well, we've got 2 people in the chat. We've got Nene and Marcus, and they are... Yeah, they're enjoying this race so far. Anyway, Marcus, all he can say is...
yeah, don't blame him there.
Nene says Chupa was driver error, which, yeah... I mean, I don't know how he got that far off the track, but... Yeah, that was driver error. He must have been absolutely flooring it, so, that was a shame for him, because he was part of that fight. Anyone, like I said, really from 1st to 11th there at the start could have ended up anywhere, and you can see what technically he's ended up in the podium places. But I've been looking at the Sanjutsu tonight. He's not pitted, nor has Jack. That's interesting. And Evo's gone off at Stone up a corner where Nene said there was an advantage. And we've seen that to effect now. You can see how far behind the leader Ford is. He's 31 seconds behind the leader. He's easily ahead of Technica, so he needs a few more seconds, Technica, to get back to this. But obviously, being on the medium tyre, maybe not the best one to be on, but you never know. Maybe he sees rain on the radar or whatever for the end of the race. We'll have to see. And yeah, just want to go back to that one incident. Did you actually see what happened there? I just saw 2 or 3 people just going off the track, like,
yeah. Yeah, that's all I saw. I just saw those drivers just kind of connect and go off into the wall. Luckily that, you know, they're still in the race. Anything can still happen. Frandy's in 11th. He is, what's that, 6 seconds down from Tuomas. So, I mean, he can still grab some points. Anything can happen in racing, but not looking likely. So, so this is from Chupa. Sorry to interrupt you. Chupa has commented. Yep. Yeah. He said, "Yeah, I clipped the glass. I clipped the grass and lost control of my car. First DNF of the season. I was in such good position."
Sorry. Sanjutsu's just got a 5 second stock penalty for speeding, and that's 8 seconds worth of penalties.
And then Jack's right behind him, and from what I saw, clean into there. But now, how far is Technica and Evo going to come out in front of him? What's the pit delta? I know it's pretty high. Was it like 25 seconds if you're not changing that front wing?
No clue.
Yeah, I know. I know it's very long.
Well, obviously you get to sort of cut the last corner in a sense, which saves a bit of time. Just to point this out, sorry, Sanjutsu's on mediums. He wants to go to the end, but is Jack looking at maybe doing another stop as Ford has Ford has jumped him by miles. Look at this. That's mental. That's a good 3 seconds he's managed to make up there. But yeah, that November, I think he's going to be on the move as well. So Jack has gone for an alternate strategy. I want to see how that's going to pan out. Maybe he thinks he can take them soft to the end. But it's really not 10. We've got a lot of strategy still to play out, I imagine. And especially with moves like that. I imagine pit lane would be... Oh, we've got another battle out there. Daniels has been passed by Valkyrie. Didn't put up much of a fight there, but it looks a bit.
Yeah, Dino's kind of pulled over for him, so I don't know, what was going on there. Must have saw him that he was just a lot faster, and yeah, something's going wrong with I don't know. I'm looking at his car; he doesn't have any damage, but he's just pulling over for the other drivers.
Maybe he just doesn't feel confident with worn tires to battle because it's lap 10. They're probably
Evo with the 5 second stop and go penalty.
Yeah, Technica still keeps going now, so I'm surprised the Soft only went to 10 laps though. Obviously, Eagles actually did a poorly lap on them. I highly doubt they're the same set, but he has pitted and he's going to take some pin as well. But, yeah, Technica leads this race then. As you said, he has a damaged front wing, but clearly doesn't seem to be affecting him that much. So, can't wait to see how the strategy works for him, because as you said, his pace was very good earlier on, and he was able to car his way through the field. It's exactly what he needs to be trying to get back into this championship, especially with people like Frandy and even, you know, Silverstar not turning up. Big points being lost for rivals. Chilmas only down and now having a very quiet day. And yeah, the two Cybers though. If Technica can pull off a win here, which unfortunately I feel is quite unlikely at the minute, but if he can even, you know, the two Cybers are going to finish 1-2 at this point, but it almost never seems to actually happen. They always seem to have something go wrong, so...
Yeah, well, don't curse him. Don't give him that commentator's curse. So... I was watching Senjutsu in his time. He was able to... he was 14-4 down from Technica, and then as he's going through Corpse, he was about 14 flat, and he's actually dropping more. So Technica, I don't know if he went through some corners wrong or something, but he needs to pit soon. Nene is saying that drivers starting on the softs can do a one stop. So, you know, coming up to halfway of the race, you know, he may throw on some mediums, and we shall see.
So, if Jack still do the one stop, going super soft to soft, maybe that's what Technica's trying to do. If he can, say, get to what, sort of lap 16, we know the super softs can sort of do about 10 laps where they sort of go bye-bye. So if he can do to lap 16 or even 17, then he's going to go on to the supers.
Oh, sorry to interrupt you, but we have a battle between Six Seals and Tuamos. Tuamos on the super softs, Sigs on, or my bad, that's Dino. Both the drivers are on the mediums, and Technica with a 3-second time penalty. So that doesn't help his cause. But also Senjutsu has a 3-second time penalty. And right now we're watching the battle between Six Seals and Tuamos, but I'm also keeping an eye on the distance between the two teammates of Senjutsu and Fod as well. And we'll switch over to them once the gap gets closer and the battle becomes more intense, which, I mean, they're teammates, so they just may let each other pass through, unless if they have the Red Bull mentality of, you know, race it out. But with the luck that they've been having in the past couple weeks, I think they just want to, you know, just let each other go by and let the faster guy win. So we'll see how that works.
I think it was in Canada they were, I think, 1-2, and they didn't fight each other at all. So I imagine they'll pull it. See him!
Oh, Thomas going up! Smacks the wall! And only loses some front wing. And yeah, I just couldn't get enough pull around the corner. And good thing he saved it too, or else, you know, if he came at that at a more harsher angle, then that would have been his race done. Now, unfortunately, Tuamos going into the pits, and he's going to be out of the points without a doubt.
Both Ferraris and not having the best days. But now, as I'm saying, the two Cybers had a fight in Canada, and I believe I think they just let each other through, didn't they? They didn't really fight each other at all. So they don't have the rebel mentality, but today it is for championship position. Proper championship position, but as you can see, Ford has actually fallen back. But they do fight. I don't think they're going to let each other free. I think they are going to fight it out. But, especially since Sanjusto, he bent it in Belgium to give his teammate the win, so he definitely isn't going to want to let that happen again. So yeah, if they get close, expect fights. As Technica is being reeled in now, isn't it? Valpine might even get him at this point.
Yeah, but I think Technica is going to wait, like you said, until that 10-lap mark, go on super softs, and just fly through this track. And, you know, he is, I believe he's in 6th place. Hold on, let me check.
Dino's got a puncture. Sorry, Dino's got a puncture. I said his tire might be gone. They go 14 laps, then they go bang. So that's how long them tires last. Dino has got a puncture. The Williams is in trouble. He's got a 36-second gap to Thomas, which seems rather large. But anyway,
well, Tumas has also left. Well, Tumas has also left the session, so.
Oh, he's gone. Okay,
yeah.
Now I saw him walking with his past Dino. I went to him. His front left is punctured. Oh, he spins! Always spins. Thank God the game took control of his car. I think he would have crashed into the pit wall. And a rather embarrassing way to have to pit, but he took them super soft stalls, let it go, and that gives Technica anyway a good idea of how many laps he has to do. Not that he know, but you know, hypothetically, he was watching him.
Well, I mean, you know, he can be listening to us in the background and be like, okay, 14 laps on supers. And, yeah, puncture at Silverstone. We saw that last year in the actual British Grand Prix with the 2 Ferrari drivers. So, you know, but unfortunate for Dino. Also, you know, we saw some really big heartbreaks here as well. Six Seals, amazing start, jumped up to first place, passing Sanjutsu, which you don't rarely see, and just had a bad kind of like early to mid stint, and now he's back in 8th place. Randy also kind of a little bit of a heartbreak as well, but definitely for the time being at least, it's a tough call for my personal driver of the day between Evo and Technica. Technica started. I mean, we'll see how his strategy kind of pays off. Sanjutsu is catching him, you know, by 10.
Akil's just taken to the old pit lane. He's got creative ways of letting the leader through anyway. Gotta give it to him. Interesting. Didn't hit the wall though, so good for him. But anyway, you can continue.
Oh yeah, it's just you know, amazing drive from Technica and Evo. Started in the back. The only times they were able to set on quali was during damp conditions, but looks like, you know, thank goodness for them, it has been dry all race, and coming up on 11 laps to go. When will Technica pit? Who knows?
I'd sort of said that 16.
Yeah.
But you can see on board his front tires have got massive lines. You can see they're 2 different shades of grey.
Yeah.
Very worn looking. That's exactly like Dino looked when his went pop. So doesn't want to leave it too long. It's lap 16 now, and you can see how much he's struggling. If you're riding on board, he is absolutely no pace through the corners. Sanjusto is now 4 seconds behind him. So yeah.
And actually seeing.
Will he jump Evos? Evos is obviously the man he was racing with earlier. Will he be able to jump him?
Maybe. It's gonna be close. Looking at it, it's actually gonna be really close.
Brandy's in the pits again. I wonder why that is. That would possibly put both Ferraris out of the points, unfortunately. And interestingly, he's sticking his softs on. He's not going for supers. So very odd choice. No offense. Now he's going to say technical for the Dano shirt, but odd pit lane. Well,
yeah.
Tired of the one.
Yeah, looking at the leader intervals, Evo is about 25 seconds off from Technica, so it's going to be a race between those two coming out of the pits. And so we're hoping Technica is going to go into the pits this time around, and he does. So Sanjutsu is going to assume the lead back. Fod has dropped back quite a bit, not finding the pace on those mediums. Unfortunately, he was, you know, we thought we were going to see a battle between the two Saubers, but it looks like that they may have just communicated to each other, just kind of like, hey, drop back, let me run in clean air, you can run in clean air, and we'll finish nice and strong in 1 and 2, which makes a lot of sense. But we will see what happens as we're on board with Evo. Oh, Evo gets past him easily, so well, that's a shame. So
Black November as well. Black November again. They have, and Sig. And these two are actually fighting as well, so that could mean Technica will catch up to them. But yeah, I didn't see that coming. I didn't think he did that much in the pits. How much is that? What, 30 seconds?
About, yeah.
Maybe?
Long pit road delta here at Silverstone for sure. 10 laps to go. It was a very exciting start. Very hectic. We had, what, 1.7 cars in a line? Just like
11.
Who knows what would have happened? But now it is
5-car battle for cuts as well.
Yeah,
so
which was absolutely insane. But now things have panned out due to different pit strategies, and it might stay the same. Who knows how long those mediums are going to last in these kind of cloudy conditions? So it's going to be very interesting. Thanks for joining us here at Racing Stripes TV on the 094, joined along by Owen Wyatt. Subscribe if you haven't, leave the like if you enjoyed this action, which I know we sure did, and we still are, and I'm sure the guys down in the chat, Marcus and Nene, oh, what's going on?
Yeah, that November is very slow. He's went wide, and that's wide again actually. Six Hills really having a better line and a bit of lag will put him back actually the Toronto.
He holds it though, so.
Yeah, but I mean Cody's. That's all I can say really, isn't it?
Yeah,
wow.
Unfortunate. That allowed Technica, yeah.
5 seconds. 5 whole seconds. That's crazy.
I'm telling you, he's going to be on a tear. I think he's just going to be able to get past Black November. I don't think he's going to be able to catch up to Evo. Maybe, you know, who knows? They're kind of rather colder conditions, which kind of suits softer tires better. So we'll kind of see how these these fresh super softs, act in the last part of the race. 9 laps to go.
He is closing, obviously, on San Justo. I imagine he'll get that to below 30 seconds rather quickly. He needs to be monitoring how quickly he's doing this per lap. I can see him getting forward. Can't say anything about that, to be honest with you. He's already in the DRS Black November. This should be absolutely so easy. He's already passed.
He passed 2 cars in a lap, in a sector, actually.
Yeah, he's under the 30 seconds now. He's taking liberties there. And, do you know what? Just remembered, obviously San Justo still has penalties to take, so...
Yeah, Fog could take the win.
I got this wrong last week. I thought Ford had too many penalties. Turned out everyone had too many penalties, so it didn't change anything. But, technically another penalty there. I'm sitting across that. But I do think this time Ford hasn't got a penalty. I'm going to check this now to make sure I'm not wrong this time. Fine, Ford hasn't even got any warning. That'd be impressive. He hasn't.
Oh, Fod, there you go. 3-second time penalty from Fod.
Okay, well, at least that confirms it. So he's got a penalty now. But I don't know what's going on with San Justo's penalty, because obviously what Cody's like to do is that if you don't take another pit stop after your 5-second time penalty is given to you, for some reason it doubles it to a 10-second penalty and then doesn't give it to you. So I think at the end of this race we're going to add 5 seconds to San Justo's time, because he didn't stop. He didn't stay in his box for 5 seconds, or else Jack would have jumped him. So that is something that you need to...
That's awesome. Yeah, so as long as Fogg can, keep within striking distance, he could win on technicalities. But yeah, like you say, we just need to add on the 5 seconds, because, I've come across that glitch with other people before, and, definitely not cool. But it looks like we have...
We decided a league title, another league, and actually decided the title because they never added overtime, so we had to deal with it all afterwards, and the title was given to someone else because of it. So it seriously can ruin races. So we really do need to add that on at the end.
And just think, this game has a professional esports league going on right now, so you know.
I saw a clip on Twitter. You know, way Spain in the third sector, you've got that horrible chicane that absolutely nobody likes, right?
Right.
Turns out online, some people are actually able to take that old circuit, take the old right-hander, and no penalties whatsoever. They get away with it. I saw a clip of someone in the Force India doing it, and no penalties whatsoever. And with penalty glitches like that, how can they call the C Sports ready? I just don't see how they think they can get away with that. But anyway.
So we have a battle between Black November and Six Seals. Sig's gonna try to take a tighter line through Mac and Beckett, and I think he's gonna get around them easily. Big run. Yeah, gonna go around Stowe on the inside, gets it done. Black November leaves him plenty. Oh, maybe not. No. Trying to go the over and under. Trying to feint some. Yeah. I was gonna say he was trying to fake him out a bit, but Sig getting the better run. Evo with a 3-second time penalty, but so does Technica. I don't know if Evo has another 3-second time penalty. I can't remember. But he's slowly closing in on him. But we have 7 laps to go. It's possible.
Just because 6 years got past doesn't necessarily mean this is over. I think it was Black November who, I really hope I'm right about this, he likes his dive bombs. And sometimes they really pay off, other times it ends in disaster. So I think it's him that likes his dive bombs. The 6 years goes wide, actually, he may not even have to go for a dive bomb, he might just get passed outright. And 6 years will get the better traction, having gone wider now. Maybe that's what he wanted, but it does have Black November that little bit closer. We'll have DRS, you'd imagine, down that long straight. And he's only 3 seconds behind. And I just wonder if he's fuel saving. Like, yeah, he is having the fuel save. I was just noticing from Michael because he doesn't have very much fuel there to actually sit in 8th gear, actually going, you know, accelerating. But he has DRS anyway. He's not able to use his rich mix. I imagine. Actually, no, Sig isn't even using it either. And he's gone wide on entry. Here comes that November, not quite able to find the space to get it done. And Technica's gap now to Evo's, it's just a second. He'll be in DRS here. And battle for 4th place is it's quite a start, but I fear it's going to end as well. I don't believe it's going to be very hard for Technica to get past his rival. And then whatever penalties he has, we'll see how that affects the end result. But he's DRS all night.
Sanjutsu with another. So that puts him at 8 seconds. If Jack can get within those 8 seconds, because I think 11. Jack is.
It's 11 seconds.
Oh, 11 seconds.
Yeah, the other one too. And Evil's had a big moment there on the exit, and he heads towards Cops. We'll dig through the whole finishing results later on, because I think this top 3 could be a completely different order by the end of all this. But Technica, he's just Valpy's in a move actually on Mocking Weeks, and
Technica just dropped. Like, what happened? He was right there. Did he just lay off the throttle? I wonder what happened with him.
To talk about people with fuel issues, maybe he's another one of them people. But another thing we have to talk about, like Renault were 4th and 5th at one point there, and like one of them's out, and Mocking Weeks never really recovered up after his movement. It's quite a shame to see them so low down as well. But Black November's still within DRS of 6 seals, as is Technica on Evos. Only 4 tenths the gap. Can Technica get it done this time? As God's almost 3 seconds behind his teammate, which could. At this point, I don't even know what it means. I'm not going to theorize.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we just know that Sanjutsu has 2 3-second time penalties and a 5-second stop and go penalty. So we just need to make sure to add on. Evo kind of trying to break the draft of Technica.
Yeah.
And so Evo's holding on with everything that he has, which gives us great TV. We have an amazing battle between 2 great drivers, and it's.
Oh, here we go.
Yep.
Technica's at the wide line end to Brooklyn's, and that's moving twice. That's a bit mean. You can't do that. Nowhere for Technica to go. He was looking to get that move done to Cops. as I was just saying before that, out of Brookings, we had Technica absolutely taking the wider line and working beautiful for him, but yeah, will he be able to get by this time? Eagles makes one move, and he lags ahead, and he's not going to make another move, is he? Technica's going to get down his inside, bit of wheel binding, contact with the side pods, but through goes Technica into 4th place on his super soft tyres, and back down the inside contact! And Eagles went for a dive bomb that, to be honest with you, was never going to work. Damages his front right end fence, and Technica isn't pulling away, but I can't see he was going very well into his turn 1. And he has to lift off, and he goes a bit wide, and he's going to have to wave goodbye to Technica, I reckon, because there's no way he's going to come back like that. As Mocking Weeks is actually still in the back of Alpine, so we still have a chance for that one to go through. Jax fell off the back of Fod Pool a little bit. He's not close enough to even get by San Justo with all the penalties he's got at the moment either, so just another second or two for Jack, and he'll be passing San Justo, I believe, at the end of this race. And yeah, let's see. Mocking Weeks isn't close enough. The gap was a bit closer earlier on, but there you go, not quite up there.
Yeah, he didn't.
A bit later on.
Yeah, Mocking Weeks is actually losing some time. So
Alpine is on the softs, so maybe that could be the reason. But well, it should have been a bit of a lull. I mean, it has come on that 25. I mean, you have to happen eventually, didn't it? Only 2 laps to go. I mean, still don't really know how it's going to finish, do we? To be honest. I believe Bob is going to win the race. Then it'll be San Justo 2nd, and Jack 3rd. Although it depends how Minnie's going to handle this. Maybe he'll want to do the 10-second penalty that Cody's do, and that would mean he's got 16 seconds on penalties. Maybe I have to just go by what it says at the end. I personally think it should be 11, but if it is 16, that would mean San Justo falls to 3rd, while Ford wins with Jack 2nd. But we can theorise all we want, but we don't actually know yet. As Mocking Weeks is back up towards Valpy. He's closed back in again. He seems quite strong for the 3rd sector. And Technica
with another 3-second time penalty, so that's actually going to match Evo, I think, right?
I'm not 100%, but he's got 4 seconds on him anyway, so if he's got, say, one more, it won't really matter. Mocking Weeks, I mean, he's within DRS, but he's 9/10, so he's not going to do anything from there, unfortunately. Him. And yeah. What position to be gained by everyone? Oh, that's actually very good there from both Evos and Technica, as you said earlier. Technica were 9 and Evos were 6. I mean, even Ford has done 5, so it's very good. Also, Chipper, he's the biggest loser. He's lost 8, but even Mocking Weeks, once again, saying the bad luck for the Renault, he's lost 6 places. So, really bad for him. 6 heels again, 2nd down to 6th. And, yeah. In fact, the only person to stay in their starting position is the leader, San Justo. So, fair enough. If you're going to lead, he's lead from the front, and he's not going to keep it though, I don't think. Even Jack could end up being the only person to keep it. Although he is 15 seconds behind at the minute. If San Justo can pull out 1 more second, then he's safe to Jack no matter what penalties he gets. And like I said, I don't recall seeing Jack at any penalties, but if he has, then that definitely throws it out the window for him. But coming up towards Stowe now, San Justo is, you know, leading.
Well, yeah, he's going to cross the line first, but we're going to see what these penalties are going to say. 6 zeros with another 3-second penalty. San Justo crossing, or going around turn 18 to cross the line. He does cross the line first, but we'll see what his teammate Fod. And it doesn't give him the win, but we need to look at the when you look at the penalties. So yeah, that should be Fod on the top step. Jack
Oh, so
it's gonna be interesting to see what when we add on the penalties, because the game has it. And Technica, beautiful drive, one stopping, top 4. He's gonna finish 4th place, going up 9 positions from where he started. Evo, another driver, amazing run, going up 6 positions. He's gonna finish in P4. He's actually gonna jump Technica.
Oh,
wow. And 6 seals, he's in P6.
Wow.
November in 7th. Valpy in 9th position. Then Frandy somehow getting into the points after a terrible start, but he does get into 10th position for the points. And there you have it. We have some penalties missing. So as of now, these race results are unofficial.
Very much unofficial. What I believe is going to happen is that it's going to be Ford winning with San Giusto second, so the top 2 are going to switch around. Jack was 10.014 behind, so he's literally missed out by 14 thousandths of a second of being second. So, yeah. And that's what I think is going to happen. Does it say 16 seconds? Yeah, it does say 16 seconds, but it's only added 6 for San Giusto there, so that's what I'm saying. There's the extra 10 should go on, but really it should only be 5. You get what I mean? So,
yeah. So with this, yeah, 16, and it didn't give it to him. Yeah, you're right. So, it's so with this kind of going on, Fod is now your new championship leader.
Winner. Yep.
With this,
I'm gonna try and get these lot into the party for interviews, if we can. And as you know, I'm dreadful at the questions, but so you can do that. But I'll just add in whatever I need to add in.
Yeah, no problem. So we're gonna stand by. Hopefully, we'll be able to get the podium in for post-race questions. Another dominating performance by Sauber. They're untouchable in the constructors at this point. There's no touching them at all. They are, with Ferrari not doing so hot. Going into the race, Sauber was up on Ferrari by 9 points, 138 to 129. But with another 1-2 finish, at this point they are unstoppable.
Absolutely, at the minute, yeah, they are definitely a dominant force. I've got Ford invited, I think, unless of course it doesn't bother working. Now getting Giusto, and then Jack. We'll see if any of these lot join. If they don't, then that's a bit sad, isn't it? Because I think we'll have to tell them anyway what we believe the results are. Jack, push it up. Where are you? Alright. Let's see if any of them want to talk. Yeah, we'll give it
a couple minutes. Yeah.
Well, Jack's still in the lobby, so there's potential of him being there.
So, your final reactions to the race there, Owen?
I think it's unfortunate that it's had to come down to penalties, but like throughout the race we had plenty of good battles, and the start of the race, that was probably the most hectic I've ever seen in this league. Honestly, it was absolutely mental. So, yeah. It was a good race, but like I say, you don't want to see it end to penalties. So, yeah, you don't want to leave, you better remain not knowing the real result. And, oh, Jack's sent me a friend request. Could he not join because of that, I wonder?
So yeah, viewers definitely follow Straight Line Racing on Twitter at, I believe it's Straight LR. If
I haven't a clue. Hold
on, let me double check the Twitter handle, because
yes, it is.
Yeah, so follow Straight Line Racing at Straight LR. They're going to give you the official results once penalties are all calculated and everything like that. But as of now, we know for a fact that 5 finished first, Sanjutsu second, but we're not sure where Jack finishes. According to Owen's calculations, he just misses out on second place by 1/100th of a second, I believe is what you said.
Yes. His mic isn't working. It's gonna tell me to do a good race.
Yeah, that's fine. If his mic doesn't work, that's fine. So, where are we going next week? Do you know?
I don't know. Oh, hold on. He says he can take an answer if I want him to. So, anything you want to ask him?
Just ask him. Shoot, I don't even know. My brain's absolutely fried. Just ask him. How do you think his race went? How on earth did he manage that chaotic start? Because I think that's something that's very interesting. Is how he was able to get to the start and get onto the podium safe and sound.
And ask him, how was your race and how did you survive the carnage? Because it was utter carnage. I didn't want to use keyboard when you plug into the controller. I'm very slow at this. Right, that's the 2 questions sent to Jim. Just need to wait for some responses. Obviously, he needs time to type as well, which, like I say, takes ages. So,
let's see if he's got his app on his phone. So, round 6 of 15 complete. Next week, we are, I guess we'd be technically halfway through the season. Round 7, we don't know where we'll be at, but,
maybe let's put it in the chat.
Yeah, so...
That'd be nice.
Absolutely amazing race from these guys early on, and the fact that we only had 1 DNF out of all that carnage is absolutely amazing, and it was due to driver error. So hopefully we'll have more of a full field next week.
Oh, I haven't actually checked the chat. Nene has confirmed that Sanjusta will have a 5-second penalty. So that means that our winner is fought. As we fought, and fair enough. Good performance from him.
Yeah.
And that's the result. I think that's the right result. I think he deserves that because you can't speed into the pit lane and not take a penalty for it, really, can you?
Yeah, unfortunately you can't. People would be doing it all the time.
I guarantee you he was just screwing me and he said, I'll answer your question. Because he's not said anything. Jack, he said, oh, come on. Don't take it even that literally. Alright, I don't think we're going to get an answer from him. I think he was just taking the piss. But anyway, still.
Yeah, great. Yeah, great race.
Well, it was worth a try. It was worth a try.
Yeah, it happens. People have lives, and I know that it's was it about 9 o'clock over there at night? Yeah, I just hit 9.
Yeah.
So
7 minutes past 9.
Yeah. So that's gonna be it from us at Racetracks Motorsports. For Owen Wyatt, I'm the Zebra 94, and we will see you next week, same time, same place. Everyone, have a good night.